Lightworkers Unite is a podcast and social show hosted by intuitive women, lightworkers, and most importantly, friends, Mayume and Manjeet. Welcome to our podcast, Lightworkers Unite, where we believe there is a lightworker within all of us.
Whether you are a medium, an educator, or a nuclear medicine technologist, there is a lightworker within you, and we have work to do.
This is a safe and sacred place where lightworkers connect, grow, and learn.
And share our light with the world. This is always so weird because we
just start
are always talking. We've already been talking for like an hour and a half.
I know. And then we kind of, so we can't even pretend. We're just been like, hey, lightworkers, we are on now. Manjeet and I have been talking about you all behind your back.
Because that's what bitches do.
I know. I fucking hate bitches. So we're talking about you guys because we want to see you all, our listeners, wherever you are from. You've got to come connect with us. We've got a big event this Saturday. Our Lightworkers
How do you feel about it, Mayume?
Circle.
I was a little,
I was a little, and I think you would agree this between the summer and what's going on with my mother and just life and the cycles and the 2 full moons we had in August and the equinox that's happening. Saturday, there's like Saturday night's kind of a like powerful night, by the way, too.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. Yes.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. So I felt like I've been delayed in the connection and feeling of this event, to be honest. I feel like I haven't been able to really connect and be there. So now talking to you today, and we've been kind of conversing and we're trying to reel in some, attendees. So we have some open seats. Again, I believe it's all divine. Don't you? It's all divine. Whoever is meant to be there is meant to be there. So whether it's a fun little intimate group of 6 or if it's a massive amount of 20 women and collaborating and liberating, I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think it's going to be really awesome. And today was really, I think, helpful for me too, just to kind of reconnect with, and I think that's an interesting thing, right? I think people connect with our energy with whatever we're doing and whatever we're promoting, right? So I love that we're having this conversation because what we basically are going to be doing on Saturday is connecting liberation energy with the element of air, right? And breath, and really trying to make some connections about what are some really powerful ways that we can connect with our breath that can bring us to a state of healing, that can bring us to a state of balance, that can bring us to a state of control in many areas of our life, right? And we both are really craving that right now. So I think the timing of this, of this luscious sister circle, it's just really divine, isn't it? It feels so like, I think people are really ready to look for that freedom energy within themselves and see how it's going to show up in the world around them, like where they're looking for that freedom and power and control. And we're going to do it with some really nothing fancy, but just some really cool breathing techniques.
We're not fancy, right?
No, we're not super fancy.
We're not fancy.
We do both love breath work. Like, we both really do have found a lot of value in that.
Oh my gosh.
And so I
healing.
think that's going to be fun.
Yeah. And so many different ways that you and I use breath work in our work. I mean, in meditation meetups, I always introduce a type of breathing, or we start off with breathing. And I think it's such a great way to get the body centered and get yourself kind of, right. We were talking about earlier in our conversations about even the sigh to me represents freedom, right? Where you're like,
totally.
I feel like taking a breath of fresh air when you're standing out on a cliff on the mountaintop, right? That's kind of innate in us when we are hiking. We get to the top and we've made it. We're there. And what do? We stand and we look at the huge, what's the word I'm looking for?
The view, the vista.
The vista. That was the word. Thank you. I'm like, and you take it all in. So everyone stops and you have your arms out and you close your eyes and you take this deep breath and like, I did. I just feel like there's something in the sigh that's like,
Yeah.
so anyway, breath work to
I love
me,
it.
it is, it's freedom. It's what
Yeah.
carries us in our everyday, our body. It is our fuel. We need oxygen. We need to breathe. And a lot of times when we're in
Yeah.
stress and trauma, we hold our breath, right? And
Yeah.
we do. And so I think this will be great to kind of teach this group
Yes.
4 different breathing exercises we're going to go through, talk
Mhm.
about them, see what resonates. And then,
Yeah.
some intuitive painting, which
Yes.
do we want to talk about that, or we want to surprise him? Do we want to tell him?
Well,
Yeah.
we'll surprise them because you
Okay.
have to come, but it's
Okay.
going to be
Yeah.
badass. It's going to be
Yeah.
really, really fun. Yeah. Right. I mean,
Yes.
it will, and of course, you know, it's all kind of intuitively based, and we're going to just really be opening up our hearts and our throats and our power centers. And we're just going to really connect with air, right? And the power, that powerful element. And, you know, when I don't know, for me, that like air, it is about frequency and our voice, because this is how our voice travels in the
Right.
world,
That's
right?
right.
Like it's air is such a powerful element, and we just take it for granted, I think.
Yeah.
You know, but we can't live without it. And so why not take some time to think about the power of breath? And, you know, where are some areas in your life that you're looking for more clarity in your breath? I mean, we were talking earlier about how air can be really toxic, right? Like the coronavirus, it's an airborne virus, and pollution, right? Those are all things that affect the quality of our life and our health. And so finding, you know, the power in breath can be very, very liberating. So I mean, it's going to be really, really cool to make, I think, you know, some of those connections around the element and our chakras
Yes.
and
Yes.
art, intuition. Yeah,
I
it's going to be
right.
fantastic.
And you know how I feel
Love,
about
love,
the
love.
creativity part of it. Yeah. And bringing in intuitive painting to me is so fun. And it will, because with the intention, spirit's going to show up, and spirit's going to say, hey, this is what you need to know. This is what you need to see. And so I'm excited to see the women that's going to join us, and we're going to connect with them, connect with spirit like we always do. And it's going to be a magical night, no matter what. I was a little nervous earlier about, oh my gosh, are we going to have anyone show up?
Oh,
Because our
no.
last 2 have been pretty much full houses. And so here we are at the end of summer, beginning of the school year, and everyone's kind of back to work, and the weather's starting to shift. So I'm hoping that everyone will kind of join us and start with us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's going to be such a fantastic way. And I know we kind of talked a little bit about this in our last episode when we were talking about questions.
Oh my gosh,
We
our
ask each other questions.
That's right. And we were going to do a part 2. Remember?
Oh yeah, we're going to do that. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be all
part
about
2.
spirit and fun stuff. Yeah.
Mystical questions.
Yeah. One of our questions that, you know, I loved was like, did we ask what's our favorite element? I don't think we did.
No, we didn't. That'll be the next one. Yeah. Yeah. We should do we should actually do a whole element series, really.
Yes.
I was thinking about
That'd be really fun. Yeah. Yeah. We've got that on the docket.
Yeah. We've got a lot of stuff
on the docket. I know, my God. I'm just saying, yes. Well, I think what's really going to be cool, and I know this is for me for Saturday, I really associate air and liberation energy, obviously with breath work and being creative, but I also really define liberation energy as sisterhood. You know, I really feel like for me, I feel so much more connected to being a sovereign female like woman, you know, when I'm with my powerful sisters. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why, hence the sister circle is to really empower women to bring our energies together. I just think together we are powerful. And it's a great way to connect. People, we women want to connect with other women. We have our friends, we have our besties and our sisterhood, but a lot of times, as we've talked about earlier, like women can be bitches, and women can be, they can be, unfortunately, and it starts off as like young teenage girls are bitches. I know, you know, right? And
Girl,
but how
yes.
to raise them to teach them that to be, your girlfriends are so important in your life. The sisterhood is so important. And so that you can connect. And this isn't competing against your sisters. This isn't, comparing yourself against your sisters. It is joining and supporting one another in their ventures, in their journey, and whatever they're going through, and also receiving that support back. It is so important. And so to gather women now at this age and to teach them that maybe some of them never had this, or to continue where they're like, I love this, and I'm going to bring all my sisters in to Mayume and Manjeet sister circle, is what I'm saying. So bring your girlfriend, right?
Yes.
And let's continue this. I feel like Lightworkers Unite isn't just about bringing women together; it's bringing all Lightworkers. But these sister circles are very powerful and super fun. So thank you for doing these with me.
Oh my God, my sister. I know everything you're saying. I'm like, that's how I feel about, our partnership and our friendship, right? Like we've walked through some fire together in our personal lives and in our work lives, and and I think that to me is such a powerful thing, to have safe and sacred women that you can open up your heart to and be intuitive, because we are very intuitive women in general. We're born to be that way. And so when you get a bunch of us intuitive, beautiful, sacred women together, it really is magical. And I think this is something that these gatherings, that's been happening since the beginning of time. Women have always gravitated to each other. We have just lost that. We've lost it somewhere in our lifelines. And I think we're all just trying to find each other again. Right. That's how I feel about the sister circles, don't you? I feel like we're all just trying to find each other again and reconnect and just go, oh, okay. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm safe.
It's okay. Yeah. And just be who you are. Come as you are. Like, again, I said earlier, we're not fancy. You don't have to come all dressed up this event. You don't need to wear heels. I mean, just come
you
as
can
you
if
are.
You want to.
You can if you want to.
Correct. If that's how you go, yes. Do it. No judgment.
No judgment. Come as you are. So I hope that, well, I know I shouldn't even hope. I am setting the intention that whoever is meant to be there will be there. And that's always been the case. And so even if it gets a little squirrely, we're like, is anyone signed up for this one? Because as we're coming to the end of summer, we're like, whoa, we have a circle coming up. Maybe we should promote it.
I know. But, in all fairness, everybody has been so busy, right? I know. You and I both have kind of taken time off this summer for lots of different reasons. And so I feel like this is going to be a really great way to just reboot and get reconnected, because I agree. It's the fall. It's time.
I know. And I'm ready.
Love you.
I'm ready. Yes, I am ready to do this and to do this together. So I think it'll be a great way to kick off the new season and kick off some power liberation to really cultivate what it is that we need, and to sit with this question, everyone, because this is a question we'll ask at the circle, but to start thinking about it now is, where is it seek freedom, or where do you feel you need freedom, liberation in your life?
Yeah. Where in your life are you looking for freedom and liberation? Where in your life? Yeah. Maybe it's multiple different areas. Maybe it's one very specific place that feels like you're craving more expansion, more freedom, more space, right? To breathe around. It could be a relationship. It could be around, an ailing parent. It could be around, a very difficult teenager, right? It could be so many things. And this is, a really safe place to start thinking about those things. So we'd love to hear. And if anything that we're talking about today brings up any questions about our sister circles, or just even about what we're doing here as a light worker in Lightworkers Unite, please feel free to reach out to us. And we'd love to clarify anything or any questions that you have.
Yes.
And, even if you have questions specifically about this circle, if you want to come alone, that's a question I hear a lot. If you don't have anybody you want to go to and you don't even know anybody in this circle, or please come. You're going to love it. Yes. And you're going to meet a lot of amazing new sisters.
Yes.
So if you're feeling that pull and you're alone and you're wondering, right, if I should go, Mayume and I both just want to say, get your ass over. You're going to love it, because these are very, very safe and powerful and beautiful women who want to support you in your spiritual evolution as a light worker.
Right. Everyone just shows up as they are and support. And so don't ever feel like that. If anything, this circle, no one judges anyone else. And really, we all know this as women, but when we show up, we're always so concerned about how we look or how we're acting. Is someone going to judge me? Is someone going to, what are their thoughts about me? We're going to wipe all of that away, because really you're just, everyone's concerned about themselves. And so just kind of show up and be who you are, and just know that nobody is judging you. Nobody is looking at you and thinking anything other than, I've met someone wonderful and new that is coming here to share and to open up. And we're going to do some breath work, intuitive painting, and readings and connections.
Healing.
So I'm excited.
So much fun. Yes. We can't wait to see you there. So please join us, or continue to listen to our podcast. We're in season 4. We're just so grateful for all of you. And I love you, Mayume.
Love you too. I know this would end up being more of a promo for the event, but you guys, we have a brand new season coming up. So just get ready, and you'll be hearing more from us. I'm looking forward to it too.
I love you guys.
I love you guys. Thank you. Love you, man. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Bye.